Hey guys, welcome to another great episode of the Anime Breakdown Show. I'm your host VX Kingpin XV. Today we're going to jump right into it. Today is another Avatar Legend of Korra chapter. It was a good episode. The main focus was the name of the chapter was called I'm looking here, A Leaf in the Wind. This was more about her starting her airbending training in the very beginning scenes. You see them discussing how she needs to be an airbender, this, that, and the other, what she needs to master. She starts training with Tenzin's kids, and one of the first things she has to do is I forgot the name of the game, but it's these wooden panels that move with the wind. So Tenzin blows air into it, and they move through it, and it's basically teaching her how to move like an airbender, like a leaf in the wind. It's kind of constantly changing direction. You know how, remember when Aang used to fight and he was on the defensive, how he was just like almost looked like a dance. He was dancing around his opponents to dodge them, to miss their attacks, to miss their hits. Well, basically, that's what she needs to learn at this moment. When she initially tries it, she fails. She shows really not the discipline for airbending, the calmness, the letting go, not the rigidness, more like the leaf in the wind. But anyway, it was really good to see her trying and failing. It seemed like even though Aang had more aptitude for just the airbending, he seemed more willing to learn the other elements, even though he didn't like fire because he felt that he couldn't control it, but he could do it. And even earthbending, remember the episode? He was actually good at that, even though that was one of his worst ones. He was actually still good at it. And when they say earthbending was his opposite, I would assume firebending was his opposite. But I don't know. That's hearsay. I'm assuming the writers had a reason why they wanted to say earthbending was Aang's toughest, because I didn't think so. I really felt throughout the series he was emotionally distraught when it came to firebending. I mean, they have multiple episodes about him not being able to do firebending, about him not being good at it, and I never understood why they made that such an issue. Why they're making an issue that saying in this series and the new series of The Legend of Korra that he didn't like earthbending. Thought he was much more better at bending than he was at fire. Even up until the last point where he was still struggling with the fire bending, he was like be ferocious like a tiger armadillo, and doing the training with Zuko to kill the Fire Lord. It was all like weak and pathetic, and then he has to be forced to do it because being that angry and that ferocious with his firebending wasn't a part of who Aang was. But anyway, this one was it lets you meet some new characters. It's going to let you meet Bolin and Mako. They are pro firebending, pro bending, like champions or whatever the case may be. They're called the fire ferrets, and it's kind of tight how they do it because they're like, it's not as rigid as the old stuff is. They've kind of created a new style, more like boxing, where you have to be tight and stuff like that. So it's like being on your toes, kind of like this Muhammad Ali versus Frazier kind of thing. And what happens is Korra sneaks out of the air temple, or where she's at with Tenzin. She goes to a match. She meets Bolin, and then Bolin introduces her to Mako, and you can kind of see this twinkle in her eye, and that's when we notice the first sign of love interest. I was like, geez, they're already starting it early. I mean, you always had, Katara was like, you didn't know Katara was interested, but you could tell he might be interested. And I go into that a little further in, but you see this love interest starts, and you kind of get ignored. The waterbending guy they had on their team, because you got to have an earthbender, a waterbender, and a firebender to make up a team. So the waterbender dropped out. Korra was able to take his place. She joins the team. She's doing garbage at first, and eventually she catches on after having a little discussion with Tenzin about you're the reason why I can't learn airbending, blah 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 blah. And right when she gets into the third zone, when she's about to be pushed off the edge, she goes into leaf in the wind. She kind of just starts. She focuses a little bit where she starts moving more like Tenzin and the kids were doing when they were trying to show her how to be an airbender, how to move like an airbender. Um, it was good. So they ended up winning the battle, and then she's like, "You're really good, Avatar Korra," or something like that, and that's what Mako says to him. Bolin's kind of like the soccer. He's kind of like the comedic relief, and there it made it seem like he was interested in the whole girl thing at first, but you can really tell she took an interest in Mako, and you can tell that she's gonna like, she liked his firebending, his style. He's like Zuko without all the attitude. So you can tell this is where this is going to go. And at the very end of the episode, he's staring at the airbending island. She's staring at the arena. So they have like this unnoticeable connection where they're like, it's like they're thinking about each other, but they're not thinking about each other, and they wish they were in each other's shoes, or maybe they were together somehow. But they didn't say any of this. But this is the representation. Everybody else's reviews that I was watching was about pro bending, blah 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 blah. It was about pro bending, but the main focus was this new love interest. Whether you knew it or not, if you was paying attention, you saw that this was going to go down this love interest path, and sooner or later they're going to come together. Now, what I did think that's going to happen, I was thinking that in one of these pro bending matches, because now she's a full-fledged member, she tells Tenzin that, I'm going to do this on a consistent basis. This is what I'm going to be doing. I think what's going to happen, she's going to go into an avatar state in one of these matches. Somehow or another, she's going to be forced to go into an avatar state. I just wanted to go ahead and put that out there because I just felt that that would be a tight time for it to happen. She gets angry or something happens where she has to win this match, whether it be gambling with the triads or somehow this evil dude that's coming about. Somehow or another, she's going to go into avatar state while doing a pro bending match. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry I haven't been able to jazz up the videos and put my intro in it. I'm having a problem with my editing software. I'm not really sure why I'm having these issues, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep pumping it out. I was frustrated, so I put the video out late. This video's out late, but I just want to let you guys know that I am still doing these breakdowns of every anime that I enjoy watching. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it. Please leave your comments below. Let me know what you think or where this is going to go. Let me know if you noticed the quote-unquote love interest that's about to start happening. So just make sure you put it in the comments down below. Anybody who's flaming the video, I'm gonna sit like I keep telling people, I'm gonna have the last word and then I'm gonna block you. So don't waste your time. Move on. If you got something negative to say, keep it moving. But anybody else, I enjoy the new subscribers. I enjoy the new people coming on. It's been a real pleasure, and I'm going to be getting out the gameplay videos soon. People have been asking me about that. I've been just practicing. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get the rest of the characters. I'm having some trouble spots. So anyway, as always, thank you guys for coming by to the Anime Breakdown show. And as always, leave a comment, rate, comment, and subscribe. And peace!